Let's talk more about all of this now with our panel, CNN senior media correspondent Brian Stelter, CNN politics commentators Kayleigh, McEnany, and Sally Kohn. All right, good to see all of you. Yeah. All right, so Kayleigh, I would love to hear from you first then on your response to President Trump tweeting that smackdown of CNN. What do you think?
Look, you know, I think it was intended as a tongue-in-cheek satirical video, nothing serious, and it might have made some people in his base laugh. But I think one of the most effective things that President Trump could do to win over kind of those moderate, middle-of-the-road voters who, by the way, don't trust the media, which has the lowest approval rating in ever Gallup recorded history, the way to reach those people is with facts, is to point out that Friday night, the Associated Press had to roll back a story, and they did it conveniently right before everyone went off for the 4th of July weekend. They reported on a fake meeting between the EPA administrator and between Dow Chemical to try to make him look bad. That media never happened. They put out a clarification. They likewise put out another clarification on another story conveniently right before the holiday weekend. So I think using facts is the most effective way to bring this fight out.
So Kayleigh, you believe that is the impetus for the president sending out that video in this, you want to call it comical view of the president in this smackdown of CNN, and he has every right in which to do so. We heard from Bossert, who said, he's been beaten up, sort of as justification. Why then can't the president beat up the media? Is that what we're saying?
Look, it wasn't advisable. I wouldn't have advised him to send that out. But what I would say is he does have a right to fight back. Bossert is absolutely right to say that. He was called on one liberal show on MSNBC, the morning show. He was called a thug, a goon. He was called unbalanced. He was called not well before he ever sent out anything attacking them. Likewise, he was called Hitlerian by another host on MSNBC. And yet another host called for the assassination of his son-in-law, saying that President Trump should take a playbook from Mussolini. So when you have the press out there saying things like this, he has a right to fight back, and nothing he has said has been anywhere as harsh as being a Hitler comparison or being called for the assassination of his son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
Okay, so Sally, the right to fight back. He's beat up on, so this is the cue for him to respond. I mean, how do you see this from the president of the United States?
Let me make a point and then ask a question. So, I actually can't believe this is happening. It was Donald Trump who said that Barack Obama wasn't a citizen of this country. It was Republicans who said he had a Kenyan colonialist mindset that literally questioned his legitimacy to even be in the White House. Had President Obama gone to a veterans event, Kayleigh, a veterans event, and used that event to attack the media, you'd be all over with anger about that.
He got roaring applause. He got roaring applause for that, by the way.
Now it's my turn. So I can't believe you can defend this. I mean, really, is there no... So my question is there no line? Like, if that had been a picture not of the CNN logo or video not of the CNN logo, but it had been Jake Tapper's head he was punching, would that cross a line for you? What if it was a picture of Donald Trump holding a bloodied CNN logo up? When does it cross the line? When does he cross the line?
You appear to have a listening problem, Sally, because I said it was not advisable for him to send that out.
And you defended it. You said it was just a joke.
I said it was not advisable. Yes, it was just a joke. And by the way, you should take an inward look, because the Hollywood liberal elite are the ones calling for the assassination of the president. Johnny Depp said something along those lines. And Kathy Griffin held up the president's head. It's the Hollywood liberal elite and the media that needs to take an inward look, because I have not heard you.
I have condemned Chris Matthews.
That is okay. What about Chris Matthews? What about Chris Matthews?
Okay, so wait a minute.
So it almost sounds like
so we're now having the conversation about justification. It sounds like this is the direction that we're going, Kayleigh and Sally, that we're saying it's justifiable on the condition that ... or fill in the blank. But really the question here is, this is the president of the United States, and when the president speaks, whether it be via tweet or in any other fashion, it is to be taken very seriously. But now we're also hearing from people who are saying, no, take it as a joke.